Hello, everybody. I have with me Ruri Marques. He's one of the speakers for our upcoming Competitive Market Intelligence Conference. And today I want to learn a little bit about his background and, of course, his presentation at our conference. So, Rui, hello. And could you tell us a little bit about your background?
Hi, Rainer. Of course, I will divide my background in two parts, academical and professional background. In the professional field, I have been a sergeant since 1995. After 2 years at the Sergeant's Administration School, which includes finance and logistics. In 1996-1997, I lived one of the most rewarding professional experience. I work as a financial assistant in a Portuguese battalion based in Bosnia-Herzegovina. I experienced a devastation of war. Due to my academic achievements, I was invited to work in the Hermes Finance Directorate as a budget manager for the Army and for the Portuguese forces deployed about. 4 years later, I was invited to travel to Angola as a financial director of a large company with around 2,500 employees in 7 business areas. During my stay in Angola, I was also a professor in a postgraduate course of Angolan teachers and taught accounting and finance, and also collaborated as a consultant and project portfolio manager. I was involved in the reorganization of municipal territory. In the first project in the bank, I experienced the sensation of changing the structure of a large organization and the impact it has on the organizational culture. After my mission in Angola, I returned to the Ministry of Defense, where I was an advisor to defense industry. And after that, I returned to my core area, finance and accounting, as a specialist and analyst, as a controller, responsible for assets management and financial intelligence analysis in the Ministry of Defense. In terms of CI, I've been collaborating on, say, projects with Haber Brands as a specialist in financial intelligence. About my academic background, as I said, I was in the Army Sergeant School, and following I entered to the degree in business management at European University, and after that I realized the master of competitive intelligence and information warfare, and it was a first contact in real terms with CI. And in 2012, I started my MBA from IESE University of Navarra.
Okay, so this has been a pretty long career already in governmental defense area, and then moving on to the kind of business environment. So after that MBA, which is of course very interesting to have somebody with such a background with us, how did you really sort of get to the kind of application in industry when it comes to competitive market intelligence? And obviously here you want to talk about our or your presentation a Mai Tai model, the framework that you developed, given your background and of course your aspiration there. Please help us a little bit to understand that.
Okay. As I said, my experience and also MBA and even master degree in competitive intelligence was a great tools for or for developing a Mai Tai model. Um, this background, that background allows me to do the Mai Tai. I made a research along or during 8 years, and finally I finished the Mai Tai. Mai Tai is supported by a framework
Mhm.
which allows the operationalization of the model. It can be applied in all contexts of life because it involves information and decision. And every time in our lives, we manage information to make decision, especially in business management and strategic information. It was an excellent tool to deal with data overload. It includes traditional secure management and innovation and information management. And it focuses on three essential elements: triggers, targets, and filters. As you can observe, in any circumstances of life, we use these three elements. In fact, Mai Tai was already been tested in two Portuguese companies, talked to case studies. In one of them, it surpassed the existing models by a large margin.
Okay, so this sounds like a proven model. We have, or you have already made some groundwork here. So we're looking forward to learning more about this model. And yes, proof of the pudding will of course be not only learning about your concept, but applying it in a case study environment during our conference. So Rui will be one of the three um, presentations of what we call our advanced analytical track. So here we will try out and really apply this model during the conference and in the cool down phase, as we call it, after the conference. Groups who want to participate in this um, group can then later on apply with some more time on hand this model and its application. So really something to look forward, not only learning about new stuff, but having the opportunity to apply under Rui's, of course, guidance, such a framework. Triggers, targets, and filters. That sounds like an exciting idea. Thank you very much, and we're looking forward to this new model during our conference. Thank you.
Thank you, Rainer.